Hello, everyone. Hello, hello, hello. I know it's darker than usual, guys. Well, I'm logging in. Let me tell you something. You are not going to believe this as I can believe myself. Let me tell you guys something that happened to me yesterday. I was sitting here working on some content, and suddenly this fly came out of nowhere, and I swung at that fly so hard that I hit myself in the eye. You talking about someone rolling on the floor, holding my eye, yelling my eye, as if someone had came through here and snuck me? Let me tell you, it was the most painful experience that I have ever inflicted on myself. Oh my God, I'm telling you. I started to go get one of my dogs and be like, oh, no, you're going to be my CNI dog. I know I need a CNI dog. It hurt that bad. So, yes, today we are dimming these lights, okay? Because, mm-mm, mm-mm. And it hurts. It hurts. It still hurt. And you know what came to my mind? Oh, I still got it. No. But that really did come to my mind. It's like, girl, why would you swing at yourself like that? But my eyes still hurt. My eyes still hurt. But so I am solo tonight. So Wheat Lips himself will be back tomorrow. And don't you guys go hunting down my brother because I know that you're probably just watching the show so you can see Sweet Lips. But he shall be back tomorrow. But nevertheless, me and this here I, oh, Jesus, we will do what we can do. So be patient, okay? Be patient with me as I try to just get through this because I have not been on. My week just started off busy. Let me just say that. Like 99 million things that I could not get ahead of, but on He First Loved Us, the post is about, and also on to the point, it's still reference to our children, okay? So, with that being said, uh, we are going to get this on the road, get going here, because, like I said, this has just been one of those weeks where everything is just crammed in and sometimes instead of just losing your mind about something, you just have to learn how to just take a step back and be like, Lord, have your way. And again, if the Holy Spirit tells you to sit back and do not overdo it because the post is still there and you guys have um, you have the other videos that you can watch to kind of give you a heads up on what is going on. Okay. So just always remember when you do not see me live, I am still posting the videos. So the post about God's promises for the children and what we can do to help our children navigate through these trying times will always be there. Okay. So at least I try to make it my business to post. Just one second, guys. I need to. I forgot to hit the live on I got to hit the live on Instagram. Poor Instagram. I'm telling you, it just seemed like I'm forever forgetting about that. Oh, poor my love is there. My people there. Do forgive me. I'm telling you. Um, I will I will start to no, it's uploaded there on Instagram. I just have to upload the program because it's on Instagram. I don't know why. I keep forgetting to go into Instagram and just post it, but it is there. So forgive me, and I will get that done. Promise. It's just that this week has just been a hectic week, and my little baby. Sometimes he just requires a lot more attention. I have to keep 9 eyes on him, and that's Deep Deep. So those who have seen the Garcia brothers, that's my little Deep Deep. And so during the day, until 5 before that, I have Deep Deep. So and sometimes it's just when he leaves, it's late in the day, and look at here, you guys already know, okay? You guys already know. And that's why it's important for me to get these messages out about different ways to encourage our children, and then also different ways to be that village, be that village that a parent would need. We need to get back to that. I said it once, I'll say it again. We need to get back to it takes a village to raise a child. And we just need to be there. What more can we do but be there? And, you know, how do I put this? You don't want to point to a parent and point out everything that's wrong that they are doing. But when you build that relationship with that parent, they would feel comfortable with you implementing new ideas to them. And so, you should never be afraid to, say to a parent, hey, why don't you try this? And that is the reason why Sweet Lips and I, we choose to bring this situation to light because too many of our children are being abused. Too many of our children are unliving themselves. And too many of us parents refuse to take responsibility for their actions. Because, as I said before, remember, we are their first teachers. Just the way I truly believe myself that racism starts at home, bullying starts at home. Because we are parents, we refuse to believe, oh no, I'm not bullying, I'm not that, I spoke on this already. So if you go into last week's video, you will see. Guys, let me just, I thought I had a water here. Oh, I cannot do anything with shades, but let me just grab my water. Stay right there. Alrighty. Let me post this. Guys, hold on 1 second. I am going to. There's a prayer that I just posted for our children, okay? And that is for deliverance. let me, this is the WhatsApp number for the ones who would like to call in. And I'm trying to remember all of this, okay? So bear with me. Now here, you just follow this app, okay? And that's for the ones who would like to come live with me. There it is. Alrighty, and I think one more that I would have to post. Bear with me. And this is here is just for, it's called Buy Me a Coffee. For the ones that like to support the channel, this is not anything that's required. It's just there, okay? There. Okay, I think I have everything covered. I believe I do. Oh, let's get this going because I'm starting to feel the effects of that punch. Oh my God, I cannot believe I socked myself. Guys, let me tell you something. I hate flies. The sound of it buzzing, and it was like it just startled me because it just came across, and then I went to, I don't even know. But let me just say my eye is hurting. It is hurting, and I'm starting to feel it. So you see the title is The Difference 10 Minutes Can Make in Your Child's Life. Now, I have said before, I do a lot of research. When I have a topic, I'm telling you, I am doing everything to bring you all that I can, bringing all the information that I can. And guys, yes, please, for those that's watching silently, you can watch silently, but put some like a love one here so that the other people can, they'll get notification. Hey, Gail is trying to save our children again. Well, tonight when I'm doing the children, as you guys are aware of that, normally Sweet Lips and I are here. And so Sweet Lips refer to me as Sister Sledge, okay? So it's Sledge. It's not Gail at this moment. Gail is the one who do all the readings in the morning for my daily readings. That's Gail, okay? Tonight, I am Sledge. Sledge without the Sweet Lips. But like I said, he'll be back tomorrow. He'll be back. He'll be back tomorrow. He'll be back tomorrow. It's always lonely when my brother's not here. I'm gonna have to speak to him about that. How he gonna be the little big brother? Sweet Lips. You already know. You already know what I did with that fork when we were younger, right? And this is why I say that sometimes violence start in the house. Guys, let me tell you something that I did when I was younger to my brother. So he promised to mop the floor for me. And all of a sudden, he wanted to back out of it. And so I was mad because that meant I had to mop the floor myself. And so he was laughing and he thought it was so funny. And I was pissed because now I had to get out my bed to mop this floor. And he was laughing. And so I was just watching him laugh, watching him. So when he was running down the hallway, he didn't see me reach in the kitchen and get this fork. And he was laughing. So as soon as he turned around, that fork landed right in his head. And then I walked up to him and pulled it out and went and mopped the floor. So when I say that, and why did I do it? Because I was pissed because I had to get out my bed and mop the floor. For those who were raised up in those 70s and 80s, you already know, really in the 70s, that there was no such thing as you go to bed and there are dishes in the sink, floors unmopped. That was a no-no. And so, like I said, I had to get up and mop that floor. But after that, he made no more deals with me because he already seen a side that he didn't know was there. And I didn't know it was there too until I had to get up. But nevertheless, I love my little brother. So the ones that want to tease him and call him forkhead, yeah, when he comes back, make sure you get him. But um, let me just read, okay? So research suggests that spending 10 minutes a day with your child can deepen connections and relationships. Now, um, what I want to say that is sad about this is that 10 minutes, and how many of you out there don't even have 10 minutes? Like, to me, 10 minutes is just not enough time, really. But if you can squeeze in 10 minutes, it's life changing for your child. But I want to say for the ones that have more than one child, so you just look at 10 minutes for each child, but man, this day and time, it has to be a little more than 10 minutes. And let me tell you why. Because when you're on the phone with your homegirl, on your phone with your boy or whatever, you are giving them more than 10 minutes. So even though this research says 10 minutes, there's an anchor and there's a place to start. Let's just put it that way. But I just believe that a child deserves more than 10 minutes of your time. Find it. So, um, you're building a relationship that will last for your child's entire life. Shared experience create positive memories. Parents are a kid's safe space, and it's important that you show them how much that time means to you by being fully present. Again, like I said, we just have a kind of an anchor there that if you're sitting there just serving your child 10 minutes of your time, 24 hours in a day, and you're only, this is why we're improving. And this is why I am helping and guiding you guys to say that 10 minutes is really not enough time to spend with your child. It should be more than 10 minutes. Now, the challenge seems like a simple task, right? So, why is this a struggle for parents? We live in an outrageously fast paced and overscheduled world. We're being pulled in 100 different directions, and each direction introduce 100 different expectations and things to remember. And that right there is so true. There is so much going on around us, and we are being pulled. Even if you are a two-parent home, you're two parents, you're still being pulled in. Each parent is pulled in. I should have looked at the year that this was written, because now what used to be in 100 different directions, I wouldn't say, maybe it's 300 or 400 different directions now, because it's so much going on. Like, like I said, some of us are on 2 and 3 jobs. Then there's the children. Then there's maybe and hopefully there are outside activities that is introduced to your child so that they're not just being babysat by a computer or the TV. But still, for the ones that have outside activities with their children, now you're trying to get them, back and forth. And now you have to um, prepare meals, homework, getting them ready for bed, and, just doing it over the next day, just repeating it. But I've said it before, no child has to be here. So if you made that decision, the sacrifice is on you. Now, it can be difficult to unplug in today's world. The responsibilities that adults carry on a daily basis turn it into what seems like a never ending cycle. Our phones are yelling at us all day long with alerts, the texts, the emails, notifications that demand immediate response. Parents have long, stressful days at work, coupled with the demand at home of making dinner, cleaning the house, shuttling kids to practice, juggling relationship, countless other responsibilities to take care of. When we finally have a quiet minute, it can be hard to figure out what to do with it. And let me just say something here. Um, because I know that sometimes it's hard, but I just think that, when you get off work, especially when your children, when they're all in the home already, at some point, cut their phone off. Because I am telling you, when that phone ding ding, depending on what sound you have, what alert sound that you have on your phone, it's a distraction. It is a distraction. And sometimes when that phone rings, and once we pick that phone up, especially, if it's your good girlfriend and she has some tea for you, now the time that you should have been spending with your child or children, you have taken that time away from them because you were on the phone. And those out there that know, when you're on the phone with your good girlfriend, and that phone call can take hours sometime. And now you're rushing your child. Now you're off the phone, and now suddenly you're pressed. Oh, come on, do this. And you're rushing around. Where's your homework? You know what I mean? Because now you're trying to put them to bed. So I would say that turn that phone off. Turn it off. Have your child turn off the TV. All phones and anything electronic needs to go off. And then that way you're spending more time with your child, and your child is spending more time with you. And that's something that need to be introduced when they're young. Because all of a sudden you're telling a 15-year-old to turn their phones off, they're looking at you like you're crazy, and suddenly they're going through this rebellious stage. But if you introduce that young, everyone already know. When mom and dad, or when mom or dad, depending if you're single, come through that door, we already know that that phone goes off. Get back to having family time at the table. A lot of families now, everyone takes their plate and run into a different direction. But if you have if you have those meals at the table, really you can kind of read your child's body language, and you can ask important questions. How was your day at school? You know, um, did you get your homework started? At least started. And you can watch their body language to know, if that child, I just want to sit in the room by myself, I don't want to be around no one. That kind of tell you, hey, 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 grab that one child, because maybe that child is needing a little more attention. And I'm just sharing what's coming to my mind. Um, are you being fully present? While there are certain challenges you face on a daily basis, your child notices when your mind is elsewhere and it impacts them more than you realize. I cannot tell you how many times across this here social media that some of these content creators that have children will sit there to entertain you and ignore their child. And that child is crying out for help. And now that child becomes an interruption because they're seeking your attention. They're needing your attention. Hey, if that's you, slow it down. I know to a lot of people that's just another form of income, but to your child, their mother is missing, their father is missing. And I'm crying out and I'm trying to tell you something, and you are entertaining people that you don't even see or know. Be careful of that. When you're not fully present, you are communicating to them that they are not important, and you're creating a wall between you and them. And that is so true. That is so true. Because this is what I truly believe. When you don't invest in your child and show your child that you have no time, they're only going to get older. And guess what? All that you have done to them is what they will do to you. And now here you're up in age and you're just wondering. That child never calls, that child never comes by. It's hard for you to catch up with them. You have taught them how to hit the pause button, and soon they will hit it on you. Those are the children that's going outside your door looking for attention. Those are the ones that's out there getting that attention by robbing someone, unliving them, bullying others because they're bored, or whenever they were trying to get attention, you just unleash this, I want to say, onslaught of words. You see me busy? Why don't you go find something to do? Why are you so stupid? Why can't you just do something? You're aha. And then we wonder why they go outside and act just like us, but we're still in denial. Well, I don't know why they act like that. Well, again, like I said, they got it from home. Or you're sitting there, with a belt or a shoe or something. Didn't I tell you that you're puffed up over them? And if you don't think that that's bullying, something's wrong. And we're going to change that. I'm telling you. When it's all said and done, we will change that. Now, kids know when you're not fully listening. It is our jobs as parents to create safe, open environments with our kids so that they have a place to go where they know they will be safe, heard, and seen. Okay? So this is why we don't know that someone was trying to follow our children, because when they were trying to relay that to us, to you, you were so busy. Well, why didn't you run home? Why didn't you go do this? Why didn't you go do that? No, why don't you figure it out for them, because you are the parent? Start asking questions. What color was the car? Did you see the person? Did you get the license plate? Like, start asking questions. But when your child is trying to just communicate with you, man, hold on to those moments, because let me tell you something. Those are the memories that you sit back and you laugh about, oh my, remember that time when I was doing this and then I came back and told you, like, you know what I mean? Those are the memories that you're building. But when you close the door on them, someone else opens it up. And that's how they take advantage of our children. We basically shove them to whoever that predator was, whoever the abuser is going to be. Man, we need to do better. Okay. Now, if you aren't that safe space, who will be? It's like I just said. Where will your child go find validation if they aren't getting it from you? And this to me, if we don't validate our children, someone else will do it in such a negative light that um, I want to say, really, it can cause depression, it can cause anxiety. A lot of things are going through their minds. And then they go, and this is how, some of our young daughters start having sex so early because basically you shoved them into someone's arms. And all that you did not say, all the kind words, oh, you're so pretty, oh, that looks nice on you. Someone else is saying it, but they're looking for something. Validate your child. Now, I need my kids to know that they can come to me when they are feeling sad, happy, overwhelmed, proud, or when they're feeling left out. And you know that when you have more than one child, a lot of times the focus is on that oldest, and a lot of time the focus is on that youngest. And the ones that's there in the middle, all they have is each other. And what happens? Now they tend to just um, disrespect and challenge the oldest one and then beat on the youngest one. We have to do better. We have to do better. They need to know that their feelings matter to me no matter what they are. I need them to know that now so that they know beyond a shadow of a doubt that I will listen when they are dealing with bigger, scarier things in the future. And that is something that we have to implement in our homes. Like, let me tell you what I said to my daughter. She'll be about 14. And I said to her, and this is why you pick and choose your battles. Every battle is not yours. Every battle, um, you have to pick and choose your words, especially when they're up in their teenage years, when they're going through that. To me, it's an emotional stage. Is when they're trying to find themselves and when they're trying to really fit in. Because now you're going from a elementary school and then you're going into a junior high where you're kind of unsure, and then you're going into high school where you really need to figure it out. And without your help, they do not know how to make that transition. You have to make that transition smoothly. But I always said to my daughter, first of all, you cannot date until you turn 16. If I walk these streets and I hear any group of guys talking about any trains or any one of them putting their hands on you in any kind of sexual manner, we would have problems. We would have problems. Because if you don't respect yourself, they will not respect you. So I had to tell her, if you do not respect yourself, they will not respect you. And if you don't respect me, they will not respect me. And that was the start of her teenage years. So she knew. She knew, you know, knock on wood, that she was just not the type that wanted to just go run the streets. Like when I tell you I kept my kids busy, I kept them busy. She played softball, and then I think about 8 or 9, she just didn't want to do it anymore. And she was like to sing. So we just went towards voice lessons. Whatever my children, whatever their interest was, that's what I pushed. Like my son, he started soccer at 3 years old, and he played up until Yeah, he's still playing. Sometimes he'll do the indoor soccer, but you have to find something that your children love, and then you have to show interest in it. Like my nephew, he was a basketball player, and he just played in a lot of, I think it was called AAU then, and we stayed on the road. We stayed on the road. I was a tomboy, so when it came down to getting out there, passing that soccer ball around or shooting around the basketball, or swinging that bat with my daughter playing baseball, you know what I mean? I was hands on. My husband was hands on. We were on deck, and if I didn't make it, he made it. And when we both couldn't make it, we knew there were practice. It was practice. After practice, you know what I mean, towards the weekend, sometime in the middle of the week, there were games. So it was always, um, that schedule was crazy, because now here we are getting this child from school, getting something in his belly, getting that homework started, stopping that homework, go to practice, come back, start back on the homework, preparing the meal, and now, getting this child to bed. But during that whole time, you know what I mean? We're having this discussion like, how's your day? How's your day? What happened at school? And whatever else that's being told, where they're listening. And that's all they want you to do. But like I said, a lot of us, we carry a lot of our generational curses because we didn't have that. We didn't have that. It was get up, get ready, get your little siblings ready, um, get the house clean, clean the kitchen, mop those floors, and then it was time for bed. There was no thing of let's sit around and have this conversation. It wasn't a thing of, and I used to just love that time where I would just take my kids one at a time. Um, the older one a lot more because she was older, but the laying on the lap and just talking, or just having that movie time, we just really fell asleep, because even though I said that I would watch the movie, 9 times out of 10, I wasn't even interested in the movie, but they all knew. Like, I'll start off looking, and then you can call my name 100 times and I would be asleep. But the fact that we just had that time together, or, hey, come lay in the bed with me and watch TV. Like, you have to build that bond. You have to build that bond. You have to show them that, I love you so much and I'm interested in what's going on. Or the times when I would just lay there with my daughter, and we'll just laugh about her boyfriend. Of course, let my niece tell it. That was just a whole something different, because I used to eavesdrop on their phone and then make jokes about it. Um, yeah. See, when you start doing things, you can have fun, but you're hearing what's going on, and you're kind of in tune, and you're watching what they're saying, you're watching their body language, and and somehow you can just be like, don't sound like he really into you, huh? Girl, why are you wasting your time? And the next thing you know, we're having this conversation, and it's open dialogue. It's not something that, you know, um, now it becomes, if you tell me this, now you're going to get in trouble. No, no, whatever's going on, tell it to me. Tell me, because now I need to trust and know that if I say that you can go to this here party And thank God she wasn't a party of, but my niece sure was. And but they had to go together. But you know, when you're sending the kids together, especially when they have that bond, you already know. Like I used to bust my niece all the time. Um, okay, I'll be over here, and then she leaves and goes somewhere else. And she didn't know me and her best friend's mom. We were on that phone. Like, yeah, I know, and we just wait for them to come. Like, you already know, I know. And once you just start playing all those type of games, the next thing you know, they just start telling on themselves, and it's like, at that point, you just thank God nothing happened, but soon they just start to come to you and be like, hey, I just want to go over here. And all you can say is be careful. And just remember, if you don't respect yourself, they're not going to respect you either. So, and then that conversation just led to, and let me tell you something. If you think you're going to be sneaky, you better stop by the clinic and get yourself some birth control, because no babies are allowed through my door. If I didn't make them, they can't. No, 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 no. None can come in. So they already knew, but that, like, the foundation was set already. And they were so spoiled and selfish that a baby could not even enter the picture. I think my daughter had my granddaughter when she was 21. And if I'm not mistaken, my niece had hers. Oh my God, she was in her 30s. And my son's in his late 20s, I think 28. And when I tell you, a child's not even on his radar. So sometimes when you just put so much into your child, yeah, they're selfish. Yeah, they're spoiled. But never once did I ever have the idea of, oh, I need to watch them. And, they're so fast. And, now I have to worry about whether this one's going to get pregnant or whether he's going to make some babies. Sometimes you just have to invest in your child and pour so much love on them that they would just be sick of you. To this day, I would say this week, well, we're on Thursday. I think today I did not speak to my daughter, but every day, like, I'm in contact with my children. They're calling. If they're not calling, they're texting. Even my son, I call him. I haven't spoken to you in 3 days. What's going on? Well, I need to see your face. And sometimes they get so tired, like, Ma, like, no. Same thing, my husband. Did you talk to so and so? Like, you have a phone, call them. Or just, make sure you call BJ because he's getting on my nerve. You have to build this rapport with your children. Like me and my son, we would even have dialogue about his relationship and what he's feeling and what he's going through. Like, he would just call and share it. And I just welcome it. And I think they do it with me more so than their dad, because, my husband's the type that you can see him doing something right in his face. And you could not tell him that his children has done something wrong. He would be in denial. He'll have 99 excuses. Whereas I always held him accountable. Like, as easygoing as I am, accountability matters. You do something, then you need to accept responsibility. You said something, you need to accept responsibility. And if apology is wrong, you need to give it. So, that's the difference. If they just want to hear someone siding with them, they go to their old dad. Now, if they just want to hear the raw truth, they're going to call on old mom, and I'll be right there like, no, I think you was extra lazy. And then, I throw some choice words onto it because now you are grown and you going to get it raw up front with the truth. So there's no, let me just tell you what you want to hear. No, let me just tell you the truth and we can move on from there. But where to start? So, where do you even start? Like many things, it may be easier said than done, but spending 10 minutes a day with your child starts simply with being mindful of your intentions. Be intentional with your time. Start by taking inventory of your schedule, whether it's making mental notes or by using a planner. Ask yourself, does this bring value to me or my family? Begin carving out time for your children, even if it's just 10 minutes a day. It can make a world of difference. It needs to be more than 10 minutes a day. It just has to be. And not be on the phone talking with my people. I'm telling you, it's more than 10 minutes. So why can't you give your child more than 10 minutes a day? Yeah, adjust your schedule, adjust theirs so that you can have that quality time. Now, 6 activity ideas outside of screen time you can do with your child to build connections. Okay. So here are the list of the 6 things. One, work on a Lego project together. You would be surprised that Legos are just not for little ones. I'll tell you. Have dinner together and ask each other questions about your day. Right. Play catch, kick a soccer ball, or throw a frisbee. Yes. Walk around the block or visit the local park. Mhm. Play a board game together. Those are the best. Game nights. Plan them. Even if, oh my God, let me tell you something. I would enjoy a good Guitar Hero, or I would play I think it was like Zelda and Pokemon with my son, and the board games with my daughter and niece. The best times. Read a chapter of a book out loud. In conclusion, at the end of the day, the activity you choose to do serves solely as the vehicle you can use to be able to spend time together. What matters most is your undivided attention as a parent. Not only will being present for 10 minutes a day, more than 10 minutes, please and thank you, um, 10 minutes a day contribute to growing a stronger bond, it will help your child grow into a more well rounded, healthier adult. And I truly believe that. So, what do you say? Are you willing to set aside this small amount of time each day? We challenge you to give it a try and watch your relationship flourish. Yes, so that was the difference 10 minutes can make in your child's life. But like I said, I should have been paying attention to the year that that was published because right now, in this scary world that we live in, more than 10 minutes a day, please and thank you. And so for the ones out there, um, you know, challenge yourself. Challenge yourself. Like, what can you do to stay more involved with your child? Um, how do you rearrange your schedule to fit this person that did not ask to be brought into this world? How do you rearrange your schedule to give that child more time? And for the ones that's having to work 2 and 3 jobs, like you still have to do this. You still have to do this. And I just think that in this world that we live in right now, that we should still take that time out to have prayer time with your child. Even if you're a non-believer, you have to believe in your child. You have to believe that if you start teaching your child how to pray, pray for things, pray for, pray that you pass your test, pray that you're no longer fighting with your sibling, pray that you're not back talking your teacher. Just teach your child how to pray, but pray with that child. Like, what harm is it going to do introducing prayer to your child, to have them build this faith up in themselves and build that faith that regardless of what they're going through, and when mom is not there, that the Most High will watch over them. When that foundation is there, it kind of helps a child. When you find your child somewhere, opening up a Bible and reading that Bible, you hearing your child pray, and you would know, I need to connect. I need to see what's going on. And a lot of times, it's just routine that they just know. Let me pray before we go out that door. Let us pray that you came back in. You know what I mean? They would pray for you. Oh, mom made it home. Let's pray. Like, you have to introduce prayer to your child. A lot of people, they don't believe in God. And without having that faith, what do you as a parent have to hold on to? You can change your situation, but you have to have that foundation. I myself just truly believe that. I just truly believe that. Pray when they leave. You know what? And even when they sleep, just be outside their door praying. Pray outside their door. Pray. Pray for protection. And I believe, if I'm not mistaken, it was for deliverance that I put there in the comment section. Just 1 second, guys. Yeah, I believe it was deliverance. Let me just read that for you. But like I said, it's in there. It's broken down, but it's there. Okay. It was the first Passover in the land of Goshen. Goshen. In the early evening, thousands of Israeli men dipped hyphasah in lamb's blood and applied it to the upper doorposts and 2 side posts of their homes. The destroyer would visit Egypt that night, and every firstborn would die. But God promised his people, when I see the blood, I will pass over you. Exodus 12, verse 13. The next day, wails were heard all over the land. And this is leading from Moses when he went to free God's people from Pharaoh. So for those who are not familiar, let me just go ahead and just give you just a little bit there, okay? The men of Israel had no idea that their act of applying lamb's blood was prophetic in nature. They were actually making the signs of the cross, prophesying of another lamb yet to come who would deliver his people from death, not only physically, but spiritually and eternally as well. In a way similar to this grand biblical event in Exodus, we must mark our homes, claiming the blood of Jesus as a protective covering over our seed. As many young people succumb to this deadly influence of society that is becoming increasingly evil, it is our responsibility as parents to make a prayerful prophetic statement in our homes that heaven will honor. So, when I am telling you that pray, what harm is it going to do? It's going to do you more good than harm, believe it or not. It's going to do you more good than harm. So, um, pray the following prayer, and that is what I put in there. Pray the following prayer for your child, inserting his or her name in the blank, and believe that God will be faithful to his promise. Okay, so just hold 1 second, guys. Just one quick second here. And this is something that needs to be done. And I just truly believe it. It's just a way of praying for our children. Okay, so here's the prayer that's in here. Lord God, there are many deadly influences around my child. This world system, which is dominated by the evil one, will destroy the souls of children who are unprotected. I claim the blood of Jesus over my home and my offspring. I believe, and then you would insert your child's name. Like, I believe Toy will be preserved from evil. For the eye of, oh, Jesus. Hold on, guys. Let me just read it from here because I think I did not print it all the way out. So, I cut it off to put it into the into here, into the comments. But just pray the prayer and put your child's name in there. And pray over your children. Pray over your child. Pray over your house. Pray. Put the Lord first. Put the Lord first. And that can possibly be some of the solution to those who have to work, 2 and 3 and 4 jobs. Pray to the Father, pray to the Most High that He change your situation so that you will have more time with His children. They're only ours for a short period of time, but they are His children, and He watches out for His children. He loves His children. With that being said, to you guys, let me just give you a this is biblical wisdom for moms. When I tell you guys, I have it. Okay, so God promises to comfort children in times of sadness, fear, or uncertainty. Teach them how to pray. Now, a biblical wisdom for moms. She opens her arms to the poor and extends her hands to the needy. Proverbs 31, verse 20. And biblical wisdom for the fathers. For you, that we dealt with, each of you as a father deals with his own children, encouraging, comforting, and urging you to live lives worthy of God who called you into his kingdom and glory. First Thessalonians 2, verse 11 and 12. So there, guys, you have it. I thank you for allowing me to just share, bouncing ideas off of one another. And this is the reason why I said for a lot, because a lot of you are silent watchers. Now, go ahead and type something in the comment section. Let us know what you're thinking. Get involved. We need to bring the village back. And when I post these videos on Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram, put your thoughts in the comment section. Let me know. Give me some type of guidance there. Or if there's a topic that you would like to discuss, then put it there. Because, as I said before, we need to get back to the village. We need to get back. Like, these younger ones now need more help than ever. Even though some of them, you can't tell them what to do. And they put on this facade like, oh, I don't need your help. And sometimes they get flipped at the lip. But that's just fear. That's just fear. Because a lot of times these younger parents are so overwhelmed. They're so overwhelmed. And they just don't know where to turn to and open up their mouths and ask for help. When I was younger, I was always told closed mouths don't get fed. But now, they just don't know what to do. And abusing their child is not helping. And when you see it and you turn a blind eye to it, you are just as guilty. Sometimes people are isolated from their family members for whatever reason. And they just feel like they are alone. And they see people looking at them and seeing them struggle. And, everyone is on this, I'm a mind my business kick. And so the next thing you know, they're lashing out at these young children. They're lashing out at their babies. And some of them, they just truly believe that, well, I'll just drop them off at Walmart. Somebody will find them. Guys, let's get back to the village, okay? Let's get back to the village. It is Gail with To The Point 101. Let's talk about it. And He First Loved Us. And To The Point 1018 on Instagram. To The Point 101. Let's talk about it on YouTube. Guys, I am spreading this as much as I can. But again, it takes all of us to get involved. And if you have any resources that's available in your area for someone that because guess what? Even when they're wrong, the Bible said we ought to pray for them. So we need to continue to pray for them and offer them every bit of help. All the resources that we have available to us needs to be given to them. Because in the end, the Father sees all. And your blessings will be poured out on you as well. So enjoy the rest of your evening, your morning, depending on where you are watching from. Sweet Lips will be back. The sweetest lips in the West. He will be back tomorrow. And I will see you. Same bad time, same bad channel. And I'm solo, but I'm out of here.